Hi. Hey y'all. My name is Kevin Royer. I'm from North Carolina. Dr. Golpa's office in Vegas. I can't believe I'm here with Carlos. And Carlos asked me to tell a little bit about my story. I agreed, would love to. I'm 50 years old, just turned 50, and I've had dental issues all my life. Well, as far back as I can remember, with cavities, getting crowns, and of course graduating up to root canals. And I would say I'm what you would call a professional dental patient. I've been there, done that, been poked, prodded for years. And I've reached a point where I'm done with it. I've had many extractions. I've had work that's been done that has gone bad. What brought me here a couple weeks ago, I was having a meal and some work that was done, a crown, come out. And I had a lot of pain, had an infection, and then of course led to another extraction. And the dentist extracted tooth in the front here, which puts a big old hole. So again, haven't been smiling for years, but of course that certainly puts a damper on smiling and talking with people. As soon as I open my mouth, the way my mouth is, you can see that bottom portion of my teeth, and you can see that gap, you can see that hole. So every time I talk to people, I cover my mouth, I turn away, try to avoid it being seen, which is nearly impossible. So that was a last straw for me. But prior to that, I don't have any teeth back here. Okay, they were all extracted. I've got 2 canines on each side, and on my upper, I've got I think 3 teeth on the left and 1 on the right, and I have this partial bridge. And let me tell you about this partial bridge. Excuse me, denture. This denture here has been a nightmare since day one. It has always teetered. Would come out while I'm eating. If I sneeze hard, it would come out. Laughing. I'll be in a group of friends or something at work, and I'll be laughing, and it would just slip out. You know, kind of catch it quick and be like, God, I hope nobody saw that. You know what I mean? And then, so, you know, the laughter's gone, you're done, and you're just praying to God nobody saw that. So those are experiences I've had throughout my years. But like I said, when I got this last extraction, this major hole in the front of my front lower teeth, I was like, that's it, that's done. And I had been looking very lightly at implants. It was an idea. Obviously, it's an expensive alternative, and I am a police officer, so not rich by any means. So it was a big decision to make. And that's another thing, being a police officer. We tend to sometimes get a bad rap, and I always try to treat people well, always try to treat people like I want one of my family members to be treated. And but it affects you. I'm sure you know, if you're going through the kind of stuff that I'm going through, it affects every relationship, including work. You know, you don't smile at people. You know, so I've talked to people, and they said, you know, I thought you were such a jerk, or I thought you were such a mean person. And I'm not. It's just I don't smile because I don't have a smile to show you. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to learning how to smile again. That's something I'm gonna have to do. You know, learn to master the grin, to keep your lips together type smile. So I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, when my tooth got extracted and I had this big hole, and I spoke with my wife and my parents. I said, look, something, I can't do this anymore. I got to figure out something. I got to take an extra step. I went to the dentist that I was dealing with that did the extraction, and I told him, I said, I'm interested in looking at the implants. I explained to him how unhappy I was with my partial denture. And in our conversation, maybe I wasn't clear to him, because he started talking to me about how he wanted to do another partial denture. And then he said, you know, we'll pull one more tooth out here. We'll do another partial denture on the bottom. And I told the dentist, hold on a second, you're not listening. I'm done with it. You know, this one been a nightmare since day one. And I go back and get it they'll get it realigned or whatever they call it, and it didn't feel snug for a day or two, but it would still just pop right out, and it would just get loose again. So I was not interested in it. So I actually had to talk him and upgrade him to what he called mini implants. Talk about doing some little mini implants here, a couple of mini implants up in the top, and he said that it would snap the denture in, and that was pretty expensive as well. Okay, didn't have the expensive of implants, but it was expensive, and to pay that kind of money and still be taking 2 hunks of metal out of your mouth at night, putting them in a dish, and, I wasn't interested. At that point I was done with it. I had spoken with a good friend of my father's who had the work done here. I think Christmas will be almost a year that he's had the work done. And I spoke with him. My parents said, you got to call this guy. He loves the work that he had done. And so I called him, and he just ranted and raved about this second coming to Jesus man named Dr. Golpa. Said he's amazing. You got to check him out. So sure enough, started doing all my research. Looked at Clear Choice, looked at Dr. Golpa, looked at the testimonial videos, looked at all of it. The one thing that impressed me about Dr. Golpa was, because I had, and again, I did quite a bit of research, as maybe some people out there were doing. I didn't see anybody that is manufacturing their bridges. Like the dentists I talked to, we're going to have to send it out to California, it's going to take 3 weeks, and all of that, and they've got no control over the finished product. It's going to come back, and we'll find out together how it came out, that kind of deal. And then you may have to send it back. So I was very impressed with that, about, they're doing all their own milling here, and I said, that makes sense. Everything's turnkey, everything's right here. So I like that. I chatted, I hit the chat line one time, one of my many times fishing through Dr. Golpa's website. I hit the chat box, and in about 30 seconds I got a response from Andrea, Carlos's wife. And I mean, boom, I was like, oh my God. And I think it was like a weird hour too. It was like, I didn't think anybody would be in the office. I was like, it was kind of early, and I was like, and she jumped right on in about 30 seconds, and we were texting back and forth, chatting back and forth. And she asked me a lot of questions. I asked her a lot of questions, and she said, hey, do you mind if I give you a call? I said, no, give me my number, I'll call you in like 20 minutes. We spoke on the phone, and I felt really comfortable. She answered all my questions. She said, there's a question I don't know, I have the answer to. I have my husband Carlos get in touch with you, who also works here, and felt really comfortable, and I felt like she knew what I was going through our conversations. I'd asked her, a picture popped up of her with her smile, and I said, is that really you in the picture? And she says, did you never know? And she said, yeah, that's me. And I said, that is a beautiful smile. And I said, that's what I want. That's what I want right there. And I'm here. I can't believe it. It's been a pretty quick process for me, thankfully. I've had some support, some help, and and like what I said, I'm done. It took me about 2.5 weeks to get everything to come out here from North Carolina, and I met Carlos. Carlos took me around the office. Excuse me, Jose. Jose took me around the office and showed me the milling machines, how they make them here, how they can adjust them here. Took a scan of my face. That's another thing. He explained to me how they used to make dentures. You make them in a mold. Well, that's great for a mold, but it doesn't give you the rest of your face. Everybody's different. Everybody's got different shaped face, different size teeth. I like that they take a scan of your face and make sure that the teeth blend in with your face. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. Last night, I came in last night, flew in, and I was like a kid at Christmas. couldn't fall asleep. Kept waking up. Oh my God, just another hour go by, another hour. It's like I didn't even need an alarm. I just kept waking up, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I told my wife I'll be back. My wife couldn't make the trip, but I told her I'll be back with a smile. It's been a while since smile with my wife, so looking forward to it. So. Hi, Kevin Roy here again. I just got my new bridges, and a few things I want to talk about that I didn't say in the last video was an experience I had with a dentist that he was advertising on 4, and he told me that it would be, when I met with him, told me that it would be 4 to 6 months of bone grafting. Okay, I'd have to wear a temporary denture in the meantime. And I've heard nightmares about bone grafting, so I didn't want to touch that. But once all that swelling and the pain and all that stuff, after about 6 months or so, he said that he would put the implants in. And then once the implants are in, he told me it would be 6 to 8 months before he would anchor anything to them, before I get bridges. So we're talking about over a year of going to see him with the bone grafting and all that. And I am sitting here today in Dr. Golpa's office with my new bridges. I came in yesterday and I had the consultation, got shown around. Everybody was fantastic. They told me what to expect, exactly, which I already knew because just watching testimonials and researching it, but they told me exactly what's going to happen. They pulled my teeth out. Anesthesiologist was great. I put they let me listen to my MP3 player. I put some music on, and they said that I'd be awake. Well, not really. I mean, I remember waking up at one point and saying, "Okay, she's she's pulling my teeth," and I was like, "Okay, do your thing, girl." And I went right back to sleep, and I woke up. And when I woke up, I asked her. I said, "Oh, great." I said, "So is he coming in to put the implants in soon?" And she says, "He's been there, done that. The implants were in everything. I didn't even know." He let me lay around for a little while. Had a slight little headache. Went away. I went back to the hotel room, and I mean, seriously, guys, no pain. I'm in no pain whatsoever. I had a little bit of, somebody was in your mouth, but there was absolutely no pain. I had some bleeding, you had the dissolvable stitches. So I felt bad for the maid because I bled on my pillow, but absolutely zero pain. She texted with one of my buddies, and he can't believe it. And I'm like, no, I'm serious, no pain. A little discomfort with eating, just felt a little weird, but I mean, I was fine. I feel fine now, just a little, I don't know if it's tenderness or tightness, but not a stitch of pain. I will say this, I think the teeth look great, beyond my expectations. I'm a lot of getting used to though. I'm probably talking a little funny, I feel like I am, because I'm not used to this in my mouth. Dr. Golpa came in and did the bite, and I felt bad because I really had a bite on my back teeth. I haven't had back teeth in years, so it's a lot of adjusting. But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'll learn to talk a little better. I'll get there. I'll get used to it. Told my wife I have to learn how to kiss her again. But I mean, I'm smiling. I'm opening my mouth. I've got a full. They look fantastic, and I picked the color. I picked I guess it's in the whitening range. I guess when people are trying to whiten their teeth, and Dr. Golpa came in and said, no, too bright. He scaled it back some, and I'm glad he did. They look natural. They feel great. I feel like I have a date with a cheeseburger right now. I want to go eat. But guys, if you're thinking about it, or if you're weighing in your options, this is it. This is it. I don't have to take this stuff out at night. It feels fantastic. I can't wait to bite. I can't wait to go eat. I'm going to come back in 4 to 6 months to get looked at, and when I do that, if Carlos wants me to, I'll be more than happy to give you more insight, more experience. I'll leave my number. Well, Carlos has my number. Anybody can call me if they want to ask any questions. I'll have more experience with day-to-day with the bridges, but I mean, if they, they took before, they took after. If you saw my mouth, I look, and one of the girls here said, "You're gonna look younger." Nice buzzword, right thing to say, but my face feels fuller. Doesn't look drawn out from the lack of teeth. I mean, I see a difference already. So I'm excited. I'm excited. So if you're thinking about it, if it's something that's interesting you, really look into it. I will tell you, I recommend this place 100%. I came in here yesterday. No teeth, just a few here and there, and a lousy denture, partial denture. 24 hours, guys. 24 hours. I want to go. I want to go back home. I want to go to other dentist's office and tell them, "Hey, look at this." In 24 hours, this is the place to do it. So if you're thinking about doing it, seriously take a look at this office. As soon as you start talking to people, you know what I'm talking about, and I just can't wait to go home and kiss my wife and have a good meal. So, but like I said, Carlos has my information. If anybody wants to ask any questions, I'm so happy and I'm so excited, and I wish you all the best.